Now, I'm not sure if you guys been following this story with Nature Boy and all the controversy that's surrounding his organization or his clique or his group or his supporters, the people who follow him, right? Now, we had an opportunity to speak to Nature Boy a couple times on Ride Along, about 3 or 4 times. The last time that we had Nature Boy on the program was when he and his wives, his 4 wives, are talking about polygamy. So that was the last interview we had with Nature Boy. But we still have been following Nature Boy and what's been going on with his group and everything. You know, we know that someone had a baby, and then his wife is currently pregnant, 8 months pregnant. We even saw the interview where what she had with her father, which was very, very, very serious. A lot of things was said there which I didn't agree with, and that I learned a little bit more about. So I'm doing this video to add further clarification on what's happening with Nature Boy and this whole Melanesian group, right? Again, I'm paying attention to what's happening just as sure as a lot of other people is paying attention. But for clarification purposes, because Nature Boy appeared on the program before, I want to update people on what is happening. Now, Nature Boy just did this recent interview with this kid named Pharaoh, right? I don't know, I think that's the second time I'm seeing this Pharaoh person. I don't know him. But what was interesting to me is a couple of things that was brought up in this interview. So I want to go through this interview with Nature Boy and Pharaoh, recently uploaded, and I'm gonna stop and have some commentary on it. But it kind of opened your eye a little bit to what Nature Boy is saying and the relevance of what he's saying. And he actually admitted to something that he claimed was a lie. It's a lot of stuff. I want you guys to look at it, comment as we go along. I'm gonna stop and break for some commentary as well. All right, this is Nature Boy and what's his name, Pharaoh. Okay, check it out.
No,
You said no?
we could get as well. You bring your wife in camera view.
I will. Is you gonna bring yours?
No,
What? But she ad-libbing. I hear her in the background ad-libbing, so that means she can at least respond to questions, correct? Can we at least do that? She don't gotta come in because she ad-libbing. Which means she hears.
Pharaoh.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question.
Pharaoh, listen.
So apparently what happened is at the start of the interview, I guess Pharaoh was asking to have Eliana in the interview, which, you know, Eliana was in the interview when we did it. When we initially did the interview on Ride Along, she was there. Nature Boy was a part of it, and all his wife was there. So it is not something that he has not been done. All right. So he's just asking that, you know, bring Eliana into the conversation, because this guy seemed like he has a lot of information. This guy seemed like he have a lot of things that he want to confront Nature Boy and Eliana with. All right. And another thing that struck me in the beginning of the interview, normally the first and second time we did an interview with Nature Boy, he had all his supporters, his supporters or his followers behind him. And I realized in this one, as soon as they started to come into the fold, he actually told them to leave, you know, so he don't want them there for some reason. So that kind of struck me as, yo, it's about to get serious. Something different is looking like if it's going to go down the pipeline. Let's go. Let's continue to watch.
She is ad-libbing in the background.
Listen up. Listen. She 8 months pregnant, dog.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting disrespectful. She can't answer a question. I'm not getting disrespect. I just said because she answered a question. If you say no, that's fine. But I'm not. Nobody calling out her name. Listen, nobody's calling out her name. But she's at you. Listen. Let me say something to you. When she ad-libbed, hold on. Be fair. Seriously, be fair. When she was ad-libbing just now, did you turn to her and say, "Listen, you 8 months pregnant. Stay out of this"? No, you did not. No, you did not. But when I asked you, because she answered a question, now she's 8 months pregnant. But she's not 8 months pregnant when she be ad-libbing. So listen, I'm going to listen.
Right, so if you ain't going to let me talk, if we're not going to talk together, then there ain't no sense.
No, you told me I can do my thing. Listen, didn't you say that?
If you ain't going to let me talk, then
go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
She's 8 months pregnant, Pharaoh. She didn't ad-lib. She didn't ad-lib. That wasn't her.
Okay.
That wasn't her. She's
Okay, that's
8 months.
So as I said, basically, right now they're just arguing about if Eliana should get on camera. Because I tell you, this guy, Pharaoh, seems like he has a lot of information. And he want to confront both Nature Boy and Eliana at the same time. All right? Nature Boy don't seem like he wanted that to happen at all. So he said, you got me. Let us talk. I have all the information that you want. Let's go to it. And it started. I want you guys to listen and pay attention really attentively, all right?
Pregnant, and you said you don't give a fuck about that.
That's fine. I don't. Mine is 6, and she had come in this motherfucker. So what you said?
That's not how I do things.
An adult can't answer. So I can't ask Ileana. A question without no disrespect.
What would you, Pharaoh, you got me here. This is who you summon, right?
But,
you want me.
no, I'm gonna ask you your own set of questions. I got my own set for her. But if I can't speak to her now, I'll leave it alone. But I'm gonna ask you some questions now, Nature Boy.
Bruh.
I'm gonna ask you some questions now. Let me ask you this. Why did you consciously sleep with a woman who you knew was HIV positive and then sleep with other people in your camp?
Okay. Now, you guys might be wondering, how did this guy know those things, right? And is he just ad-libbing? Where did he get that information from? No, I heard this before, all right? And even when the week that I did the interview with Nature Boy and his wives, I didn't want to get into that conversation with HIV and stuff and herpes and stuff. Although while we was doing the interview, everyone was asking in the chat room, asking me about HIV, asking me about the herpes, because it was public domain that was in a video. But I personally didn't have the information, so I didn't want to confront it without having the receipts, having the invalid information. So now I'm looking at this, and this guy seemed like he could back up what he's saying. He seemed like if he had the information to back up what he is saying. So it is about to get interesting. Did Nature Boy, knowing and willingly participated or have sex with anyone in his camp that he knew had HIV? Did he know about that? Let's see how he handled that question.
What are you talking about, bro? Who told you that?
You.
Who said that to you?
Okay.
Did you see me do that?
Let me get the receipts. Pause 1 second. Let me get the receipts.
Go get the receipts.
Okay, let me get them right now. I'm pulling up. I got one up now. Let me get the other one right now. Hold on. I'm going to it.
Go get it.
Hold on. Let me flip my screen. Okay, here we go. Here go the receipts. So let me ask you a question. Is it true at one point in time or not that you were with Serenity? Yes or no?
That's a fact.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
Serenity is like, is the person that Nature just had the baby, the young lady that just had the baby. Now, when we was doing the ride along, right? If you guys remember that he called everyone in, right? Everyone coming with their wives, and there was this one lady there who had like a rap, and then he kind of exposed her. She was kind of exposed a little bit at the back of the camera, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Nature Boy just exposed her to the world." She was kind of naked, right? That's Serenity. Now she just had a baby, right? But rumors out there is saying that is Nature Boy's baby. Everyone is saying that is her husband who she's currently with, baby, right? So before she was with the guy who claimed to be the father of the child, now she was with Nature Boy. So a lot of people are speculating that that's possibly Nature Boy's kid because he'd been with her before. But rumors also have it, right, which I didn't have the receipts to back that up, so I didn't go into the line of questioning. Rumor has it that she, when she came into the camp, she had HIV. That's what it is rumored out there. And this guy, Pharaoh, seemed like he have some information to back it up. So that's where we are with that information. Listen closely.
Isn't it also true that you've acknowledged that Serenity has HIV?
No.
Okay, now let me play. Now let me go to the receipt. Let me go to the receipt.
Let me see.
Okay, let me go to the receipt. Is
Yep,
this not
let me
your?
see it.
Is this not your Instagram?
What are you talking about?
Ain't this your Instagram? Yes or no?
That appears to be looking like my Instagram, yeah.
That is your Instagram. This is screenshotted out of your DMs, okay? And this is you. And you said Serenity was HIV positive when she came here. Then you said now
Bruh,
she just had a baby.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a
Oh,
question.
is that you? Yes or no? Is this you? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No,
Is this
that's
you?
not me.
Oh,
that's not
you
me.
lying like a motherfucker, bro.
Am I lying?
You lying?
Bruh, that's your
Go ahead, you
receipt?
gotta talk.
That's your receipt?
So if it is Nature Boy's account and that wasn't him, then it's possible that his account possibly got hacked. Or it is him. So it's two options. Either it is him that made those posts, those comments to the person that he was responding to, or his account got hacked. Who knows? But I find it was pretty interesting that this guy Pharaoh got this information. Where did he get that information from? Where did he get that information from? That is the $1 million question. But it gets more interesting. It gets more interesting. Again, guys, all of this stuff was speculated, you know. When I did the ride along with Nature Boy, all of that stuff was speculated. But I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't have verification. I didn't have any receipts as to what the facts might be. So it didn't make a sense I go into it because I would just be operating from a speculative point of view, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come with the facts, right? Let's keep watching.
That's not your DM?
That's your receipt. That's your
Yeah, that's
receipt.
the receipt. It's from you.
Do you know who I am?
Okay, here we go.
Do you know who I am?
Listen, I'm gonna let you talk because I got more questions. I'm gonna just let you talk.
Pharaoh, do you know who I am?
Listen, you can say who you are or whatever, because I'm gonna just keep coming with question after. I'm gonna just keep coming, so you can keep talking. Go whenever you done. I'm gonna go.
Do you know who I am?
You have many names. You have many personalities. I pick one.
Right. Next question.
Okay, the next question is this: are you aware that if these women have children in a country that they're not from, that they will have no legal rights to these children?
Now, that is also a very important question. Now, remember I told you guys that she was pregnant and she just delivered a child probably about 2 weeks, 3-4 weeks ago from the time we did this video, right? Now, when we did the interview with Ride Along, Nature Boy, they never disclosed the location. So I didn't say that they didn't want to disclose the location. I didn't go ahead and try to seek more clarification or try to press the issue because they don't want to disclose the information. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Let's talk about other things. I didn't disclose. But now to find out that they're in Mexico, right? So they are in Mexico. He said it later down. He said it a couple other times. So they're in Mexico. So if they did have a child in Mexico, that means that they would have to get legal documentation, like the child would be a Mexican. They would need a passport from Mexico, right? And if they don't have documentation of the child, then who to say that that child is even their child, their kid? It could be human trafficking if the government were to get involved. Hence the reason why a lot of times they say it's Babylon and they don't deal with Babylon and stuff like that. But the law would always get you. The law would always bite you in the ass. Yeah, the law would always bite you in the ass. So that's a very valid question. That's a very valid question. Let's see how he handles that question.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, let me come closer to the phone. Are you aware that by not giving birth in a hospital institution, and that by allowing women to give birth to children in the country that they have no natural citizenship to, that they will have no legal rights to these children. Are you aware of that?
When you say legal rights, what do you mean?
The government can take these children when they deport y'all. That's what I mean. Are you aware of that?
Oh, you mean the Mexican government?
Do you?
Are you talking about the
Are
Mexican
you?
government or the United
Are
States
you aware
government?
of that?
Now, that's where he kind of opened up a bit, because I never knew. I interviewed Nature Boy 3 times on Ride Along, and I never knew he was in Mexico. He didn't say publicly that he was in Mexico. I think I saw some other videos of some people saying they was in Mexico, but I didn't know that. He didn't ask me. He said that he was not going to disclose his location. I was, all right, no problem, cool. And we went on with the interview. So now he is verifying that they are in Mexico, right? So when they talk about the tropics, they're talking about they being in Mexico. Let's keep watching.
Are you aware of that?
Bro, you got to be clearer than that to me, yo. You got to be clearer than that to me.
Let me be as clear as I can. Y'all all came from the United States of America and went over there to where y'all are now.
Yeah.
Now that particular government is different from y'all domestic government. So by y'all having children on those people's soil without proper citizenship, as well as the births not being conducted within a hospital to where they can be monitored, you guys have no legal status to where you can prove that these are actually y'all children. So technically somebody could say y'all was child trafficking if y'all wanted. And so what I'm saying to you is, are you aware that the Mexican government or the United States government could step in and separate these mothers from their children because these mothers cannot prove or establish legal rights over their own children? Are you aware of that?
All right, on that note, guys, I'm going to end this first part right here. We're going to do this in multiple parts. I want you guys to pay attention to this interview, because this interview, this particular one, reveal a lot, the strength and the weaknesses of Nature Boy and his group. A lot of things that you may think that is being put into place, it may not be so. So this is part one. Check me out on part two. Watch the whole thing. It gets very, very interesting.